Okay, let's start it.
Well, Brian, congratulations on getting the interim title. What does it feel
Thanks,
like
man.
to have a belt in front of you again?
Man, my goodness. First of all, I'm so happy, you know. Since my last fight in January in Anaheim, I was like very frustrated, like very sad, disappointment with myself, with my performance, because I say this before in the interviews, like I still thinking I won that fight, but you always has this battle in your mind battlefield where you are trying to put the ego behind and try to pass the page and try to learn, try to learn about it. And at the end, right now, I feel I did it. You know, again, after the last fight, I start to make a lot of decisions, really hard decisions. I did a lot of changes. Obviously, it's part of the human beings when you don't know something, like something is scary, right? But something good about my career, I never had this scare enough to don't take those decisions, and I did it. And right now, I feel everything is in the correct place again.
Well, you guys won fight of the night, obviously, so it
Let's
wasn't.
go, money.
It was an exciting fight. Is that the type of performance you expected from Kai, given the time between both of your fights?
It was nice. It was an amazing surprise. It was a. I have a lot of respect for Kai Kara France, and I had 3 fights in a row with Deiveson where he started to throw me a lot of trash talk, and then I start to get angry and I start to answer back, but. It was very very refreshed to be in some like interview against Kai or whatever when the guy was like very respectful with me, and yeah, definitely I was a little bit surprised with he was a little bit more smart in the middle of the fight. I knew he will try to make the counter after my jab, throwing the light kick. In my last fight against Deiveson, he killed me with the light kicks, but I was like working every single day and fix those mistakes, with James, with my coach Capetillo, with my coach Hoya, that part of the striking. And I did it, and I feel amazing in the fight. Obviously, the third round was a little bit a mess, but we did it.
And the kick that put him down, did you know that you could capitalize on that technique, or did you just see an opening and took advantage of it?
Again, please, I don't understand that.
Was that the game plan, or did you just see an opening during the fight?
What, the kick?
The kick that put him down.
I don't know. I think it was part of his game plan, right? Like he threw me. I mean, I was trying to throw the left to the head, but I had like my Muay Thai coach like, man, you throw the kick bad, so that's why the guy make the counter. Like, oh, okay, sorry. So yeah, I went to the ground. He connected me the elbow. I knew I had some troubles in that moment, so my mentality was like, okay, I need to save or try to recover this round, so I need to be a little bit more aggressive in the future.
And Figueiredo came in at the end of the fight. Dana was in here, and he said he thought it came off disrespectful. He didn't like how he came in and took your moment. I'm curious if you felt that way in the moment.
Ah, man, I don't care. I promise I was like ready to throw everything against him in that moment. He was in Dallas since like 2 days ago. I saw him in the lobby in the hotel, and man, I was ready to take the mic and let's go, motherfucker, let's go for the forward. But but man, everything I say was real, man. My daughter, my older daughter is Madison. She has 8 years old. Man, now she understands everything, or not, but she will understand. And I don't know. I knew I had the opportunity to be a better example for her. I don't want it for her like his dad doing stupid things in television, right? So I don't know. I just I took the spot to man, brother. I forgive you for everything, and please forgive me if I did something bad against you. And that's it. But don't be confused. I want to fight against you.
He wants to do it in Brazil. Is that something you would be interested in?
I don't care, man. We can go to wherever. If he wanna go to Brazil, we can go to Brazil. The problem is, he say he will be ready for the winter. He will be ready for December. But for example, the last pay-per-view of the year is in normally in Vegas. So we'll see what happens in the future. I just want to fight before at the end of the year. I've been waiting for him a long time. Like I fought in December 2020, then June 2021, one more time in this year in January 2022. So I want to have one more fight before at the end of the year. Who's next?
Congrats on the win, Brandon.
Thank you.
Kai was talking about in the lead up that he was a completely different fighter. Did you feel like that he had evolved that much more from the first fight?
Man, he was smarter than the last fight. We were like watching his last fights against Ascar, against Cody Garbrandt, and he started to feel like very confident when the other guy don't put pressure on him. But when the people start to put pressure on him, he started to feel very uncomfortable. So that was my game plan. But at the same time, he was like very smart doing the counter after my jab, throwing the light kicks. That hurt me a little bit. I feel like I fixed my mistakes from my last fight in January, and I closed a little bit my footwork, and I opened a little bit more my guard to try to defend his right hand. He's like, man, the guy punch hard. He's a little bit small, more than Figueiredo, but he punched hard with the right hand. So I don't know. I was just surprised he was a little bit more smarter, and I had some problems when I started to find my right distance. Bam.
And how was it to prepare for a different opponent other than Deiveson for at least the past 3 fights, even though it was a rematch still? But how nice was it to prepare for somebody different, and work with James? James is now a championship level coach, thanks to you. So,
man, he's how you say champion? What?
He's a championship level coach now that you gave him.
He's a championship level coach since like long time ago, man. I mean, that's why I went with
UFC type,
I went with him for that, Everybody asked me why I went with him when the new was, in social media or whatever. And like, man, I mean, I know maybe he doesn't have like too many champions like AKA or American Top Team or whatever, but I mean, I can see his passion, and I can see he's a crazy guy, a nerd who loves this sport, and he will be like there trying to get that title with me. So that's why I took the decision to go with him. And for us, was very refreshed, at least for me. Maybe no for James because it was the first time, but for me, it was very refreshed. Like, okay, different game plan, different phase, so let's go.
And I know you have more unfinished business, obviously, with Deiveson, but Pantoja fought tonight. He looked really good.
I know, man.
That's somebody that could be on your radar in your future. So what do you think what happens when you guys meet eventually?
I saw him like backstage. I saw him and we talked a little bit. Man, he has a difficult position because, I mean, I'm the interim champion and Deiveson is the champion. So we need to finish that, right? But Pantoja looks amazing in his last fight against Roybal and this fight against Alex Perez. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the matchmakers, thanks God. It's a hard position. It's a hard work. But talking about me, I mean, I just want to finish. I mean, it's not like, oh, I want to fight against Deiveson Figueiredo again. I mean, I'm not excited. It's like I'm done with him. But it is what it is. He's the champion, and I want to fight against him. So I promise I just want to finish my business with him, and then the next challenger, I'll be ready.
And lastly for me, at the top of the show, Joe Rogan was stating that that Deiveson probably wouldn't be coming back, and that this fight was for the real title, that he wouldn't be coming back down to flyweight. So what do you think about that?
Man, it's not my thing. You see the guy when he arrives to the arena, he looks in another different division. But I mean, I was saying I want to stop the hate, but I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, man. But I don't know. Hopefully, he can be ready for December. That's it.
Brandon over here. Did you have any words of wisdom that you want to give to Kai Kara-France following his loss?
Sorry?
Like, did you have like any advice that you would want to give to Kai following his loss?
Man, not really. I went just with him, and you know, again, I think everything is the same. Like I was like very happy to fight with other face, so that's why I went with him. Like man, I was like very grateful with him. Like man, you are a fucking gentleman. You are a fucking warrior. You are amazing. Thank you so much for this little war. Man, all the success in the future for you.
And your last two fights haven't been in Mexico, but one's been in California, one's been in Texas. Which one have you had the bigger reception from the fans?
You know, for me, every single arena was very special. Every single city, you know, Arizona, man, was crazy when I won the title. Then Anaheim, man, you know, I still very frustrated because I lost that one. A lot of Mexican crew was there, but I was very close to my city, to Tijuana. And this one, man, I saw the wave of the people, you know, all the si se puede, like you can do it, man. Is those kind of moments is why I'm here doing this sport, man.
And who's gonna pay for your post-fight dinner? Is it gonna be Macio? Is it gonna be?
Oye, perros, ¿quién va a pagar la cena? Oh, Jason va a pagar the bearded guy is paying the dinner. Awesome, bro. What's up? Hermano, pues nada, o sea, fueron un mar de emociones, o sea, empezando desde el enero pasado, ¿no? Por todo lo que comentaba del temor y la frustración y el coraje de haber perdido, luego viniendo hasta acá, el campamento, las decisiones. Entrando a Fight Week, pues entra el nervio, que es normal, o sea, creo que ya se ha dicho muchas veces, pero el que te diga que no siente nervios en este momento está mintiendo. Yo siempre estoy súper nervioso y por más que me veas sonriendo y por más que me veas ahí pasándola bien, yo sigo teniendo muchos nervios. Toda esa experiencia, nada, me hace reflexionar un poquito en que por algo estoy donde estoy, ¿no? Porque a pesar de todos los momentos difíciles, he sabido pasar los obstáculos y creo que siempre el obstáculo ha sido el camino y he ido por el camino correcto.
¿Y qué dice de tu carácter que en este caso enfrentaste adversidad en esta pelea y nuevamente pudiste salir adelante? ¿Qué habla de Brandon Moreno en este caso de lo que es su persona como guerrero en el octágono?
Carnal, pues que soy mexicano, que soy latino y soy mexicano. Eso es lo que habla.
Brandon, right here.
Let's go.
Sorry. So is that move to Glory MMA, is that going to be permanent for you?
Man, 100%. Watch the fight. I did everything great. Obviously, I had problems, and my coaches was like with me, like, hey, celebrate today and everything, but we need to fix some little things. But yeah, I feel like I'm amazing with him. I love his energy. Brother, I love your energy, brother. I love your energy. We connect perfect, and I know definitely we can do bigger things in the future.
And then how do you think you've gotten better over this time?
Man, so my goal in this training camp was like be a mixed martial artist. You know, before I was like very focused and I don't be confused. I love boxing. My coach Capetillo, I love boxing, coach. I love boxing. You too. But I'm trying to be not just the boxer of the division. I'm trying to be a mixed martial artist in general. Work with my kicks, work with my elbows, my takedowns, everything, the control. So I've been working, you know, with my coach Hector Vasquez, with Hoya, with James. Man, so that's it. That's my goal in the future. Be a mixed martial artist.
And then earlier, I think this year, Adrian Yanez said he felt like he's the best boxer in the UFC. What do you say to that?
Man, that guy's a monster, man. That guy is a monster. Be careful the next opponent of him because Adrian Janis is doing great and amazing things.
And lastly, from me, Kansas City barbecue or Texas?
Ah, again? Jack Stack is really good. Man, I don't take Dallas barbecue yet. Recommend me a place, please.
I don't know. I mean, I'm from Houston, but
Damn it.
I've tried both Kansas City barbecue. I've tried Kansas City barbecue, and I gotta say it's probably the best.
Kansas City barbecue is really good. My only recommendation, try Kansas City barbecue. It's delicious. Let's go. Thank you so much, guys. Have an amazing night. Okay? Eat. Do whatever.